A sliver of southern Arizona, commonly seen as a destination for retirees, is going through a growth spurt. The proof is in the number of homes being built, schools opening, and businesses relocating. We got a closer look at how it all fits into a grand plan, spearheaded by Oro Valley Mayor Satish Hiremath. Oro Valley got its start in 1974. The vision, a retirement community with stunning views located outside a major metropolitan area. And it was just that for more than 30 years. Then the mindset changed. Satish Hiremath was elected mayor. The town surveyed families and found they wanted to be a more complete community with services to include work and play. Mayor Hiremath put a plan in place called Your Voice, Our Future.
We've all lived in communities where construction seems to be a 20, 25, 30-year project. And so my mandate really to not only the council members at the time, but to the town staff was to say, look, if we're gonna build it, let's build it all in a 6 to 8 year period, inconvenience everybody, and then just enjoy life. Developable land left, I believe, is less than 10%.
How is this town council moving forward in deciding who's allowed to build, how much growth to really allow for?
You know, what we do is we take away who's developing and we look for what's going to enhance our community, what segment of our population is not being currently served, and who has a capability of serving the unserved population. So for instance, there was a strong desire and a strong need for a lot of our senior population to make sure that they're cared for, right? And so that's why you have all these assisted living centers coming up within the last 4 or 5 years. And also with young families coming in, there are early childhood education opportunities that we need to provide for those kind of kids.
A town of about 40,000. The result, $180 million in new private development by the way of more than 80 new businesses, restaurants, arts, and companies, like the upcoming addition of Simpleview. It will bring about 170 employees over to its new location, with space for 80 more employees.
Let's go pay.
Other new features in town include 2 new schools.
And so did you guys figure out your fuse? Innovation Academy is a STEM-focused K-5 elementary school. The mission of Innovation Academy is that our students are critical thinkers, creative thinkers, and problem solvers, and they're the innovative leaders of tomorrow. And so we use a thematic or project-based approach to instruction, hands-on, minds-on. So if our hands are engaged, minds are engaged, and they're making connections because the themes that we're using are relevant. Okay.
Michael Mcconnell serves as the principal of Innovation Academy, a K-5 school that opened its doors last fall. Nestled in the heart of a residential community, this school is in the amphitheater district and serves kids from the Oro Valley area and beyond.
We are 100% open enrollment, which means we have students coming from all of our Amphi schools, as well as 23 neighborhoods outside of Amphi. In the next couple years, there's going to be about 3,500 new homes in the Oro Valley area, and these are family homes.
Any resistance to opening a school in a retirement community?
One, we were very respectful of the neighborhood. We had, as a district, we had community meetings with them. We have a 9 o'clock start time. Does 2 things for us. One, we're respectful of the folks in the neighborhood who need to get out and off to work. And then for our students who are traveling 25, 30 minutes to school, they're not standing at a bus stop at 6:30 in the morning. So our pickup times are generally around 8 o'clock, and we provide transportation from all Amphi schools.
Boasted as one of the greenest schools in the state, designers built this school with the future in mind.
It is my hope that Innovation Academy is kind of the direction our schools will go. As a whole, not just as a district, but as a state, providing our students with hands-on relevant curriculum, so where our kids are learning concepts, they're seeing where they fit in the world.
With change comes growing pains. Logan Birch Booth covers Oro Valley for The Explorer. He writes about the cultural shift that's taking place.
You know, I think any change is met with resistance. The town doubled in population over 20 years, and I think when you look at a community that was founded primarily retirement, you know, it wasn't an entirely retirement community, but mostly of that population. It's changed over 20 years to, there are almost as many people of my age bracket as there are retirees now.
Still an affluent community, the average household income here is more than $70,000. Home values are on average about 60% higher than others in Pima County.
People do like that they live in an affluent community. They do want to see that small but rich town atmosphere continue. There is a fear that if you bring in not like a strip mall, but a big multi-use development, that you're going to get people of different socioeconomic status.
A 2.5% sales tax sustains the growth. Birch Booth says there's a careful balance between the past and the present.
If you go to any town council meeting, someone's probably going to say something about golf, whether or not it's on the agenda. In the community center in general, it is absolutely, I think, the central focus for a lot of people here.
The Innovation Academy, though in its infancy, already has its families thinking about the future of kids in this community.
Because people do talk about that continuing education journey. If you've got a bunch of STEM-focused kids that are doing amazing things, you don't necessarily want them leaving Amphi to go find that same level of education somewhere else.
It's an election year in Oro Valley, an exciting time that could give way to transformation.
From an outsider's perspective, I think that's where the town council is putting a lot of their future, is in that catering to multiple people through one amenity. You know, having fitness, having youth programming, having sports programming. They really are going for that complete community look. What that means, though, varies depending on who you ask.
If you ask Mayor Hiremath,
we're landlocked, and obviously with less than 10% of developable land left, we're looking at annexing certain areas. But the annexations are strategic, and they're very design and goal oriented. So for instance, now Oro Valley on the west side of Oracle goes all the way up to Ina. And with that annexation came acquirement of Tohono Chul Park, which was named the top 10 best botanical gardens in the world by Travel and Leisure. I mean, what a gem that is for the town of Oro Valley. So the annexations are strategic when we look at already developed areas. The undeveloped areas, I think there's 924 acres of land that Oro Valley is looking to annex from the State Land Department.
You have healthcare options, you have industry, education, I mean a university extension as well. What don't you have in this town?
I don't think really we're missing anything substantial. You know, we have incredible public safety, we have great roads to drive on. It's a remarkable community.